Why so much people in the United States? That's where I live right now. That's where I work right now. And that's what I'm planning to live for a while, maybe for the rest of my life. People, like, I'd say at least 80% of people don't wash their hands, don't know how to drive, don't even know what high beam is, low beam. Like, I don't get it. How do they buy their driver's license? Why do governments say people that don't get tickets, that are safe drivers? What about people that don't know how to drive and drive slow and make accidents, make other people guilty? Why aren't they paying the price? Why aren't investigation are properly investigated? Why is America built, or country built, on the stupid people? I don't get it. There's so little people that know what I'm talking about. I hope somebody from government hears this and they hopefully fix it. Roads are so bad in most of the United States that I feel like if you want to commit suicide, you should just come back on the road and drive. One day one of your wheels fall off and you don't even need suicide. You'll just die. Driving a truck is dangerous. So much people just cut you off, brake check you. I actually had an incident a couple hours ago. There was a cop behind me, and the vehicle slowly passed me and kind of, I'd say, cut me off, like where that truck is. He switched and started slowing down. And I'm driving on, say, I just set it on 75 on cruise control. So my mileage, this is 2016 truck, and my mileage is 41,000, almost 742. Will be in like 600 miles. But so he switched in front of me and started slowing down, and I was driving by my cruise control, and so I was getting too close for the comfort, not to hit him. So I flashed my lights, my high beams, and then I did a honk, and cop heard it. And I thank God that he did, because I'm a professional driver. There's a lot of professional drivers. If you don't know how many professional drivers are there, just go on a truck stop, drive through the United States, just go on a road trip, and at night just stop by at least 5 truck stops. You'll see how many truckers or how many trucks are standing on the truck stops. It's a shock. There's at least, I'd say, not hundreds of thousands, at least millions of trucks on the road. And those people that drive slow, that don't get tickets, they don't know how to drive. They don't know, they can't drive right here besides me for half an hour, because if somebody stops right here somewhere, or if there's an accident on this lane and I have to swerve, you're gone, because I have to swerve either left or right, whatever, as long as I don't hit the vehicle that's stopped on the road. Or if there's a deer right there and I have to swerve to avoid, and you're besides me driving for half an hour, you better be ready. I'm gonna push you off the road. You better be ready for anything. Because me as a professional driver, I know you can't drive besides me. But people that don't read or skipped their how should I say it? Rules, driving rules. Like all those driving schools, bro, they don't even teach them that there is such a thing as high beam, low beam. I think there's a cup in front of me. Is that what it is? Those driving schools don't even teach people what high beam and low beam is. They only teach them how to drive slow, switch lanes for like 2 hours, drive instead of 30 miles an hour, drive 20 miles an hour. Like, not even by speed limit. Like, are you crazy? Bro, you gotta hold on, I gotta pass you. I'll be quick, I promise. Sorry. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, guys, thank you. I gotta flicker my lights for him. He let me through. There's so many things that I just can't do nothing about it. I hope somebody like Donald Trump or a couple of people like that start checking what's going on in the United States or what's going on in the country, what's going wrong in the country, where all the money goes, where all the thieves are. And I hope one day they fix it. I'm sure there will be at least 60% of Americans fired because they're lazy, they're fat, they don't want to learn, they don't want to do it. And it's not just Americans, it's people from different countries too. There's a bunch of blacks, there's a bunch of white people, there's Asians, Indians. Dude, Indians are, if you're an Indian and if you're watching this video, I don't know. For example, buying vehicles on Craigslist, be careful. No American, no black person, no white person can scam you as bad as Indians do. Because all scams come from India. No Chinese, no Asians, no Caucasians, whatever you want to call them. None of those guys do it. India. It's all coming from India. All scams. Scam calls, you name it. And they fix cars. When you buy a vehicle from India, be careful, because they do pretty good fix up. But when you get a vehicle and you get in an accident, you're gonna have 6 inches of bondo falling off. It's like a freaking girl with a lot of makeup. You know what I mean? I heard a story that if you're getting married and you find yourself a girlfriend and she looks beautiful, take her to a shower before you propose, so you can see her real face. You can see how much makeup she has on her face. And I don't know why girls put makeups on their face. I've seen so many beautiful girls. It just ruins their face. Because then you start having like little holes in your face because your face doesn't breathe. But anyway, that's for girls to decide, and hopefully I don't like my wife wearing makeup. Doesn't matter how fat or how ugly she looks. I love my wife the way she is. And if she watches this video, I hope she understands why I don't want a lot of things. And sometimes I think she understands, but every girl wants to look the way she wants to look. Some things my wife doesn't want to do, some things, You can't. Sometimes you just have to close your eyes on some things. And I'm thankful God for that I do it. I just close my eyes. I can't make anybody commit suicide or live a better life. They do what they want to do. I can only provide an opinion from my side. I don't have kids, so I can't teach them what life to live. But maybe one day, God will provide. There's a lot of things to talk about, a lot of different stories. Like right there, you can see a vehicle in a high beam, one of the highest, one of the brightest, right? This is what I do. Flash my flashlight in their eyes so they can see how bright it is. I have 10,000 lumens flashlight. It is expensive. There's one behind me right there. You can see that's a high beam right there. Why? Don't you read rules, the drivings, before you do permit, whatever you want to call it? It says, when the vehicle approaching you from the front, you have to switch your lights from high beam to low beam within 1,000 feet or more to be safe. From the back, from behind, when you're approaching a vehicle from behind, you have to switch your lights within what, 500 feet? Because from behind, you don't blind as bad as from the front. But like this clown right here. Why are you driving besides me? Move a little. So I'm gonna just kind of toss him right here, and I show him not to be behind me, or not to be by me. You gotta either pass or slow down. I just switch over on their lane a little bit to scare them. Because when I have to move over that lane, they won't be scared. I don't care what you drive. I mean, of course, if you drive a semi-truck, then there would be a mashup. Because I drive almost as big as a semi-truck. I drive a Freightliner 2016 M2 business class with the sleeper, so it is also big and loaded. Not 80 pounds, but still quite a bit of weight. That's all I wanted to talk about for a little bit. I'll be posting more videos hopefully soon. Now that I'm trying to be a full-time truck driver, living on the road, driving on the road, all kind of stuff like that, seeing all kind of crazy things. Texas. I gotta find myself a parking spot. I have 5 minutes. Switches over in front of me. Just to slow down. Some of these guys, they see I have all these 3 things, and some of them don't understand. I'm not scared of them brake checking me. You know, I'm so tired of slowing down or moving over. To every truck driver out there, don't crash your truck. If somebody brakes check you, just go for it. You're still gonna have your truck crashed one way or the other. But if you run that clown right there, you will let him know not to brake check you. And you have 100% help from judge, from cops, because you're a professional driver, and especially if you're loaded, you have 100,000 pounds or 80,000 pounds or whatever you have. If you don't have camera, you might have some witnesses too. So it's all always a plus. If somebody brakes check you, don't be scared. One way or the other, your truck's still gonna be crushed, but might as well just teach these clowns not to brake check. Whatever happens, happens. They will learn, and they will tell others not to do it. Because if you crash your truck, he's gonna tell you you're stupid. You're gonna think yourself later you are stupid because you crashed your truck. You didn't hit him. He didn't learn. He will brake check somebody else. So, alright, everybody have a good night, or a good morning, or good day. Thank you for watching. God bless you all. Stay safe.